So it was a huge function. He is a celebrity, and he's even beyond that. Okay, he's students, and of course we are nervous, like meeting this person, and I automatically gave my hands for shaking. Another very huge personality. I was not aware the magnitude of this. That was one of the first time I'm seeing, and I was like shocked. And he had nice leadership. Hello everyone, welcome back to another topic discussions. So today I thought, why not discuss some personal experiences without any, without any heavy topics, just something light and something interesting and funny maybe. So the topic for today is my celebrity encounters. Okay, so I don't know, I had addressed this some time ago, I think in this specific video or so, and I had said that I had opportunities to come across a lot of celebrities throughout my life, and because of the job profile, because of my dad's job profile, like that kind of crowd, not even beyond that, also some life experiences. So I was, I don't know, I was there at those moments where I could meet some of the very renowned people, India and even overseas. So I'll just discuss one or two people that I came across in India. Okay, I may discuss the name, I may not say the name, but I'll just say the encounters. Okay, because I think it is very interesting, and one incident is actually funny also. So these are some very prominent figures. Okay, very prominent figures of India, like hundreds of people, I mean thousands of people admire these personalities. So when I was doing my university, and it was a graduation day, and college had invited a very high profile person from Bangalore. Okay, very renowned personality. So he was the person who was giving out the certificates and all, certificates and the memento. And so it was a huge function. All of us are all well dressed. I may include the photo. I have a photo of the event. I don't have the photo of the celebrity, but yeah, this was the event of our graduation, and all of us beautifully dressed, and the celebrity is here giving off the memento and the certificates and all. So I can't say the person is yeah, in the celebrity sense, yes, he is a celebrity, and he's even beyond that. Okay, he's beyond being a celebrity. He's actually worshipped, kind of that kind of personality he is. So he's giving out the certificates, and what happened was, like, all of the male students were getting the certificates, and he was shaking hands with all the male students. And of course we are nervous, like meeting this person and meeting this huge personality in person, and we are all at least I was nervous getting onto the stage, making sure that we don't trip, and wearing the sari and all that, climbing the stairs, and heels, and especially sari. We don't wear sari on a regular basis, and there's a huge function, so many people are there wearing sari and heels and all, so we have to make sure that we don't trip and fall and all that things. So there is a lot of tension and all. All of us are stressed a little bit, and then I climbed to the stage when my name was called out, and I went to receive the certificate, and I automatically gave my hands for shaking. And this person was like, just gave me a namaste. I thought that maybe he didn't understand he didn't notice my hands, because there's so many people waiting in the queue, no? Then I gave my hands again for shaking, and he's again went like, I'm like, oh my god, what did I do? At this first time it could have been ignored, nobody actually noticed, but I gave second time and got snubbed. Okay, I was like, oh my god, because then later I came to know that these personalities don't shake hands with women. I didn't know that. Okay, but god, my friends, my classmates really really cut me into pieces after that incident. They were like making fun of me so much. They were like, Rana, you not only did once, but you did it twice. You did try it again to shake hands. Insta, because you didn't. I was like, he's shaking hands with all the boys, then why not with a girl? I didn't realize that he will not be shaking hands with the girls. I mean, I never understood that concept. So I was like, yeah, shaking hands, because I didn't find anything wrong with shaking hands. But then I came to know that the people who are in that kind of stature, or they don't do it, it seems. I was not aware. Without being aware and seeing all the boys shaking hands, I also gave my hands twice to shake hands, and nobody told us, nobody informed us that you should not shake hands with this specific person. So, oh my god, that was so funny. And my friends were like really the whole night, and whenever they saw me, they were like, Rana, this happened to you. And they really pulled my leg. They were like really pulling me for a couple of days after this incident. So this is something I really, really remember. Another incident, another very huge personality. Our neighbors were visiting this person, and they were like, come, let's take you, come with us, join us. And I went to meet this person. Okay, she's a woman, and she's again so she's a woman, and she's again, loved and worshipped by a lot of people, huge number of people. Till then, I was not aware the magnitude of this personality. And I have heard of the name, she's very famous, but I was a child and I was studying in school. So even though I have heard the name and maybe read articles about her, I was not aware about the magnanimity of the personality. So when our neighbors took us, we were in Chennai at that time, and at that time it was Madras. So we were in Madras, and my neighbors took me basically to this event, and it was huge. The place was huge, and it was like, I don't know, it was so crowded, full of people. Full of people means full of people. That was one of the first time I'm seeing so many people gathered at an event. That was like, yeah, we have parties. How many parties? Maybe when we attend a party, we can come across 100 people, maybe 500 people, maybe 1,000 people, or maybe a couple of 1,000 or 2,000. But this was like huge crowd, big stage, big event, and I was like shocked. And that was, as I mentioned, that was the first encounter that I'm having with so many big crowd of people that I was actually going to visit. Like in Kerala, we have Puram, but I never went to a Puram before that, right? Okay, so that was my first encounter of seeing such a huge crowd in a public place. That was my first encounter. So she basically hugs people, and I was told that when you hug, just tell her a wish that you have. And again, I don't know what was the scene there. So everybody who went near her, she hugged, and then she just patted, and then people said something in her ears, and she just patted everybody. So this is the scene that I was seeing. Okay, so then we couldn't meet her on the stage and all. So we thought maybe it's not happening, it's not going to work out or something. But my neighbors used to work in the Navy, and they used to handle a big post in the Navy and all. So, and they had contacts there, and so they had some special privilege. And when she's resting, we were asked to go meet her. Then when we went to meet her, so she hugged each one of us, and it was my turn. So I went and hugged her, and I don't know, I felt very normal, but I don't know. Looking back, I still remember the aura in the room, and I still remember the hug. And I said something, I don't know what I said, but then I know as a child I was curious, and I was asking. My neighbor got 2 daughters, and other the other females all, and we were like, what did you say, what did you say? And they were like, no, I cannot discuss, because if we discuss, the wish won't come true and all those things. So I remember all this incident. And yeah, that experience was still memorable. I still remember the hug that she gave. It was very warm. The aura was very warm. The situation was, very memorable. I cherished the moments meeting these two great personalities. I mean, it's amazing. It was amazing. And now the third incident, I thought I'll include a political leader, because elections are going to happen, and I'm very much interested in politics. I follow politics, not personally, okay? I follow politics, that's all. I do not want to be a part of politics or political parties or any political agenda or propaganda, but I very closely follow politics as a citizen of India. So what happened was, like, again, years ago, I was studying in the university, and I was traveling and I was waiting for the train, and I was standing alone with my baggage and bags and all those things, and then suddenly a very fair person with white and white, wearing white and white, and very shiny white hair. It was white, it was not gray, okay? The hair was white, like real white color hair. And that's the first time I'm seeing somebody with white hair. I have seen people with gray hair, black hair, all the other different varieties of hair color, but proper snow white like kind of hair. And I was like amazed, okay? And I could see people, like, moving away, and there was not much crowd. I was the one in that area, and I couldn't see much people there or anything. But whoever the were, they all just, just faded away, and I could see some kind of silence, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm just checking, okay? So this person in full white and coming, and there was another person with this personality, and again, the energy was so magnanimous. The aura, the personality was so capturing, but I just couldn't recognize who is this person. He had a nice smile, and he was like, hi, how do you do? And very the aura was amazing. The personality was huge, but I'm not able to recollect at all who is this person. I know this person, I have seen this person somewhere, but in real, it's huge. The personality is huge. When you're coming across this person in real life, the personality and the aura and the energy is much, much bigger than what I saw in the newspapers or in the TV, And I'm like wondering, oh my God, I know this person. I have seen this person somewhere. I know this person. And then I realized who this person was. He actually came to speak to me, but because I couldn't recognize him, I didn't have words to say anything, And then I was like, oh my God, I should have spoken to this person much more rather than saying, yeah, I'm good and how are you and all that. I should have spoken a little more than I was thinking, because the personality was so huge. I didn't have any words, and moreover, I didn't remember who this person was. And who he was, probably I'll discuss in the next episode. Probably in the next video I'll discuss who this person was. But amazing personality, okay? Later I came across his grandchild. I came across, but those people didn't have that personality at all, okay? But the grandfather, the person who, probably I'll discuss in the next video who this person, or should I discuss here? He had nice leadership aura that was coming in. So whoever is from Trichur will recognize whom I'm talking about. The leadership was huge. The leadership personality was huge. So that was the first time I came across a leader, a political leader from Kerala with such a huge personality. And I really admire that specific personality. And as I mentioned, I had seen his grandchild years later, but I couldn't see that aura or that, great personality in them. So now when we see or when we come across these kind of people, we realize why these people stand out and why certain people do not establish themselves as much as the others. So my personal experience, this person had a huge personality and energy and aura that was so captivating and so qualifying to, to be maybe a benevolent leader. I don't know. Personally, I do not know at all. So this was just one encounter. And yeah, so I have more stories probably in the next episode. On the next module, we'll be sharing this. So thank you for your time here. As always, until we meet next time, thank you and bye bye.